Welcome, everyone. I'm Kimberly Boschman, and this is the Intentionally Intuitive podcast. In this episode, we're going to take a look at the numerology and the energy for each life path number for November 2021. And what we'll do is we'll start off by looking at the energy and the numerology for the collective, and then we'll take a look, deeper dive into the energy for each individual life path number. So before we get into the reading, I just want to mention that this is, of course, a general reading. If you would like a personalized reading, please go to my website. I would love to work with you. And what else? I guess that's it. Let's get into it. So we are stepping fully into November. I can't believe that we're here already. Like, what a whirlwind this year has been. I mean, we kind of expected that with 5 energy. This 5 energy of 22 has definitely delivered on the energy of change, transformation, and, shifts for many people. And I've said this before, things are not going to slow down just yet. So we're still in this 5 energy universally for the year, and we're going to be in it through December to the end of December. And so we really need to, if there's any area within our lives that we haven't really taken advantage of and really harness this energy to explore the areas that are outside of our comfort zone to see, are there things that we need to release so that we can fully step into something bigger and better and more aligned for us? Because the one thing that usually holds us back is ourselves. And so this energy has been here for the taking, ready to be worked with. But if we don't do anything with it, then nothing happens, right? We are the driving force behind the energy. We are the momentum. And so I would say if there's any part or any piece of your life where you're in a comfort zone, that you've got some level of fear of sort of stepping out into something bigger and better and more aligned, even though it's unknown, even though it's scary, I would say really take advantage of this 5 energy while we have it through the end of the year. So with that being said, November is 16-7 energy. So ultimately it's going to be that energy of the 7. But we have a really strong influence of the 16. And so that's really what I'm going to sort of be speaking to when I talk about the collective energies this month and what we can kind of see come to fruition. The 7 energy is sort of lurking behind the scenes, right? It's like the core energy. And so we are going to feel that energy. But the 16 influence is going to help push us into that 7 energy, if that makes sense. So there's a lot to go over, so let's dive in. So November ushers in this universal vibration of the 16-7 energy, as I just said. So there's going to be this sort of beautiful, supportive energy for expressing yourself through writing, through speaking. You may find that you tend to be extra magnetic at this time, like people are just sort of drawn to you, or you're drawn to other people, but it's like an exchange of energy. Like there's just this magnetism. And it's sort of like this energy of drawing people to you because they're serving some kind of purpose within your journey. Like there's a reason why these people are coming to you at this time, or there's a reason why people are being drawn to you at this time. They have something to offer, something to contribute to your journey, and vice versa. And so pay attention to those people who are coming to you at this time. Pay attention to the things that are coming to you at this time. Don't ignore it or necessarily see it as a burden. Try to understand why these people are coming into your life. It could be that it's a lesson. It could be that there's something there to show you. But I really get that feeling like this is going to be something where it's kind of, it's really positive energy. Like it doesn't feel like a struggle energy. It feels like people coming to you because you can use their gifts. Like their gifts will complement your gifts, and what you guys can do together will just create something really beautiful within the world. So that's the kind of energy that I'm talking about when I'm talking about this magnetism. And it could be about relationships as well. You could really be attracting in those soul partners, those people who are just part of your circle at this time, and people who are probably going to be within your life for some period of time. These people are going to be especially drawn to your energy, your ideas, and to you, to your light, to what you are putting out there. So again, pay extra attention to how you are expressing yourself. Is it through negativity, shame, manipulation, fear? If so, then you are sort of being extra magnetic in that area, right? So what you'll attract more of is that negativity, is that shame, is that manipulation, right? And so again, this is going to be an energy and a vibrational match of people you will sort of invite into your experience. So this is going to be really important to understand that where you focus your energy at this time, especially, will create the experience that you have, right? That you are sort of nurturing and inviting in. So be certain that it's an experience that you want to be having, right? I say that a lot, but we have more power and control over our experience than we give ourselves credit for. And so again, if you are expressing yourself in a way that is full of negativity, full of shame, full of manipulation, full of fear, full of judgment of self or others, that is going to be what you are putting out to the universe to magnetize back to you, right? To bring back within to your experience. And so you're telling the universe, this is what I want more of because this is what I'm contributing my energy and my focus towards. So pay close attention to how it is that you're expressing yourself, how it is that you're showing up, how it is that you're trying to get your message across. Because remember, people are going to be drawn not only to you, but to your energy and your ideas and your expression. So just pay close attention to that. And it isn't about being positive all of the time, right? This isn't about toxic positivity. This is life, and we have big emotions, right? We're meant to feel and experience, and no one can do that for us, right? We're meant to experience the emotions. We're meant to experience the feelings. So what I mean by focusing on how you are expressing yourself has more to do with your contribution. So you may be feeling the negativity or the trials and tribulations of life, right? That's totally normal. But is that what you wish to contribute into the collective energy with your expression? So when the negative thoughts or the negative feelings come in strongly, this is going to be a time for, and this is very 7 energy, for going within, feeling and working through what surfaces, and then seeking the guidance and resources of others to assist you through it, right? And to sort of hit pause on sending that energy out into the world, right? And sort of not magnifying that negativity or those lower vibrations. It is totally normal and okay to feel them. Again, we are expressive, we are emotional beings. We're meant to feel it all. And when we're not feeling something, it's because we're suppressing it, and that just creates issues, right? And so if anybody's telling you to suppress those energies, then, they're really telling you to hurt yourself, right? You want to feel them. You want to move through them. You want to transmute them. What we're talking about here is hitting pause on sending that energy out into the world, in expressing it in a way that it's contributing to the greater collective and having some kind of effect on your environment, if that makes sense. So that's a fire that just doesn't need to be fueled, right? So when you're back to, your personal state of peace, harmony, joy, positivity, and you feel ready to share, then share that light, fuel that fire for the collective, right? Contribute that. Then those are the people, places, and things that you will draw into your experience. Those are the people, places, and things that will be sort of magnified and who will sort of catch your attention and who you will draw in. So again, you really want to pay attention to your thoughts at this time and, which thoughts you take action on. This is really important as well. Emotions, feelings, again, they're meant to be felt and experienced and moved through. However, thoughts can be changed. And we get to decide which thoughts we put our energy and our action behind to create the momentum. So with this powerful 16/7 energy, pay extra close attention to your thoughts, to your mindset. What are you giving your power to? Those thoughts are the seeds that, when they're planted, create the outward manifestation of our experience. So change the thoughts, change the mindset, change the experience. If it's a negative one, right? Again, I want to be very clear on this because I think that in the spiritual community, there's this misconception or misinterpretation of positivity where it's like, oh, we have to be positive all the time and toxic positivity and we can't talk about being positive. It's not about that. It's about, again, feeling all of the emotions, positive, negative, sad. And there's really no positive or negative, right? It's just emotions. It's your body, again, speaking through you and telling you, like giving you the red flags or giving you the notification that, hey, maybe you need some rest and relaxation at this time. Maybe you need to cry. Maybe you need to, put your face in a pillow and just let it out and scream or whatever. Or maybe you need to go into nature and just relax. But we need to feel the emotions, right? Nobody is saying to avoid or change the emotion without experiencing it and moving through it. Experiencing and feeling the emotion is incredibly healthy. What we are saying, or what I'm saying, is change the thought. And so again, if a negative thought comes into your awareness, you get to decide whether or not you take action on that thought, right? Or whether you're going to feed into that thought and give it power. The thought is of the mind, right? So again, that's something that we have the power to change. And it's through changing that thought, that mindset, that belief, whatever, that you do in turn change the experience, because you in turn change how you show up to the experience, the effort and the energy that you put into it. Okay? So I hope that's clear. Nobody's telling you to suppress or avoid your emotions. Please feel them, and if you need assistance to help you move through them, please use those resources, right? Find somebody who can help you to do that. And there's no shame in that. And same thing with changing the thought. If you struggle with changing those thoughts as they come in and you tend to sort of act on those more negative thoughts because sometimes they're easier to believe, there's coaches, there's readers, there's therapists, there's doctors, whatever you need to assist you in learning how to change that thought when it comes in and deciding on taking more appropriate actions to create the environment and the experience that is more conducive for your higher expression. So the 16/7 energy is really going to be highlighting for you where it might be that you are contributing or taking action on those thoughts that aren't serving you, right? So this is going to be a time when sudden and unforeseen events can sort of overthrow or shed direct light on those debilitating mindsets and habits, right, that need to be altered in order to be better serving. So this is going to be another period for, and I know people are so tired of hearing this because it seems like we've been in this shift for, since 2020, but it's important. It's very important, or it wouldn't be happening. So this is going to be another period for that massive awakening and sort of insights that push you to change course if the direction that you were moving towards was a dead end. So in tarot, this energy would be similar to sort of Tower energy or the Judgment card, or I would say even the Tower and Judgment card. So this is going to be a time for awakening, for big insights, for secrets being revealed, both good and bad, or not so great, right? And there is no good or bad. It's kind of like everything contributes towards our journey and helping us to get to our highest expression. So, but some are more uncomfortable than others. Let's put it that way. So both bring clarity, right? The more positive and the more challenging, both bring some level of clarity. And that's what we are being provided at this time through this month. So any dead weights that need to be released or any dead skin that needs to be shed, allow it to happen, right? Allow it to fall away, because you are emerging at this time as a more authentic version of yourself. And it's really hard to do that if you're carrying dead weight, if you're carrying, that old skin that really just doesn't even need to be there anymore. You know what I'm saying? So this is going to be a really powerful time for a lot of people. The more that you have to sort of shed, the more that you have to release, the more that you're really going to feel this energy this month. And again, work with it. Allow it to work with you, to show you, to highlight, and to show you, again, what needs to be released and how to release it. So the 16-17 or 16-7 energy may feel super intense, right? Just going to be honest about that, but that's okay. Remember, the energy is present, but it's what you do with it that ultimately makes the difference. This is powerful, motivating energy. Harness it, use it, allow it to motivate and inspire you. And this can be a time for magnificent creations. It doesn't have to be all like, healing work or major transformations or major shifts. It can be about getting those powerful, motivating inspirations and taking charge and creating those magnificent creations. So I would say plan wisely, use your intuition, and allow this energy to illuminate or spark your creative talents that you want to work with and to propel you towards those bigger goals. This is definitely a time for that. This is a time for when bright prospects may arise suddenly, including big relationships that could have significance within your life for, again, decades to come. One of the keys in sort of working with this energy is that you don't try to control it. Don't try to attach to whatever comes in. It can be challenging because it can feel like such big energy and such magnetic energy, right? And so intense that it can be really easy to sort of lose yourself within it. But it's going to be really, really important that you maintain your sense of self-control and work with the energy, walk with it, right? Don't lose yourself within it. This isn't about ownership, but rather fluidity and true partnership where integrity, authenticity, and freedom are maintained for all involved. So harness this energy to allow yourself to work with it, but don't try to control it, or the outcome sort of could be a little bit challenging. So keep it simple, even when it feels complicated. Sometimes we're the ones, that make it complicated. So this 16-7 energy is a big, big energy. And it's really here to help you and to work with you. So control, force, stress will only create a similar output and a similar experience. So as always, continue to find your center as you work with this powerful energy this month. This can be a very beautiful experience if we allow it to be, right? So refine the thoughts before you take the action in order to create your greatest reality, right? You have the power to do that. So it all comes down to, what are you taking action on? What are you putting your divine will and power behind? And is it what you actually want and what you believe will best serve you? If not, then stop, regroup, and do it differently. The power of the redirection and to create lies within you, not someone else, not something external to you. So big, powerful energies this month of November. Let's go ahead and look at the energies for your personal life path number. Life path number 4. So I pulled an animal spirit card for us. I'm also a life path number 4. And we got flying squirrel spirit. So this is such fun energy, but what's interesting is like what immediately came in with flying squirrel is like this energy of sort of like very busy, sort of hectic energy. And so it's kind of like having to move very quickly in a lot of different directions. And so like you're kind of like not even overcoming obstacles, but avoiding the obstacles. It's like you're laser focused, you're sort of seeing the obstacles before they even hit, and you're like changing direction. And yeah, it's just a very fast-paced energy. It's almost like this could be very like a lot of things coming in, and that you need to kind of maneuver through or avoid or kind of like work around type thing. Not in a bad way, but just like, maybe a lot of people need your attention. Maybe you just have an influx in clients. Maybe you have just a million different things going on, and you just are so laser focused and so sharp this month that you're able to maneuver with grace. You're able to just fly through, the trajectory and avoid some of these obstacles because of your ability, right? And so this is very beautiful, beautiful energy. Actually, it can feel a little chaotic, so just keep that in mind. I do feel like this is like a month where you may find like your email inbox is full, or you can't kind of keep up with things. And so this is going to be a time where you need to definitely prioritize where you put your attention, like what is the priority. And then allowing those other things to fall by the wayside if they need to. You can catch up on them later, which is very challenging for fours. I understand that. But this is going to be a time where it's like you need to prioritize, you need to be very sharp, you need to be able to maneuver through the twists and turns with ease, without allowing it to sort of get you, like knock you off course, right? So to maintain your sense of self and like your direction and hold the vision, right? So, and being able to say no if you need to say no, set boundaries if you need to set boundaries. But it can kind of feel a little bit like a balancing act this month, and kind of like a million things are coming into you at once, but it's up to you to decide what takes priority and what you're going to focus your energy on. So feels like a very, very busy month, very hectic, but some of it can feel like daggers being thrown at you in a way, right? But I feel like you're just kind of going to overcome those challenges before they even land. It's kind of that kind of energy where you've got this. There's like a million different things going on, and it's like you've got it all under control without the stress. So really powerful energy this month. And so as I look at the overall energy for the month, it is very beautiful, powerful energy. So I'm super excited for this. Definitely a lot coming in around creativity, maybe birthing something into reality. So this is a lot to do with like manifestation. And the reality is, or what I believe the reality to be around manifestation is, it's not like things we just think it and it shows up. I mean, sometimes that does happen. I've seen that happen. But for most cases, it's like you have to have the inspiration. And then in order to sort of manifest it into your reality, you have to put forth the effort. And then you have to be aware of the effort that you're putting forth. Is it, what's the energy behind it? Because that's what you're going to bring into your experience. And so I just get this sense like this month is going to be about, this just feels like this energy of like bringing into the physical reality something that you've really wanted or been hoping or wishing for a very long time. And it's something that you've had to put the effort into, right? But it's almost like you were kind of like the flying squirrel and like hitting all these like challenges, or things would pop up, or, there's just a lot of red tape. I feel like you're getting a green light here. I feel like this is but it's big. It's like a big green light. This is cosmic. This is not only within the physical reality. This is like true partnership with the universe type thing, or your higher consciousness, right? To birth into the physical something that is not only going to bring you an incredible amount of joy, but it will bring others an incredible amount of joy as well. So this is such beautiful energy. If there's something that you've been working on creating, working on manifesting, really wanted to bring into your awareness, into your experience, I feel like this is going to be a month where this takes off, whatever this is. And this could really be like you getting just really powerful insights this month to take action on. I do feel like there's something that you thought you knew everything you needed to know about it, but there's some kind of new insight coming in at this time that's like the missing piece that you needed before you could really step into this power, this manifestation energy. And it's like once it comes in for you, it's going to be like that lightning bolt awakening kind of inspirational energy where it's like the aha. You're like, oh, okay. This is why this was taking so long. This is why this felt like it was taking forever and I kept hitting the roadblocks. I didn't have this big, crucial, critical piece to the puzzle, and now I have it, and now things are just flowing. They're just in flow, right? So this is really beautiful energy. But the what's important to mention is the perspective is important. This new insight is really critical, and so don't overlook it. Like be open to it. It could be like one of those things where it's like you're so dead set in like what you like I talked about like with flying squirrel. You're so hyper focused on what it is that you want to achieve that you're not open to the other perspectives, or you're not open to negotiating on whatever this is. And this is going to be a time where it's going to be really important for you to be open to negotiate the things that are negotiable, right? To be okay with compromise if it doesn't destroy the integrity of the project or the relationship or whatever that is, but have some flexibility with this. And that flexibility is going to be tied into this new perspective, this new insight. And this is something I feel like is just going to hit you and be like, oh, okay. So now what do I do with this, right? Like, how can I incorporate this new perspective? How can I incorporate this new insight into what it is I'm trying to create, into what it is I'm trying to manifest here? I think that's going to be really, really important. So though, yes, you need to be hyper-focused, you need to be like, eye on the prize, like flying squirrel, and like, do your thing, but you also need to be open to these perspectives and to the negotiation, the possibility for the need to negotiate, and to understand that you don't know everything about this, and there are going to be people who do know, who have the missing links, right? Who can fill in the blanks. And so you need to be open to working with them and incorporating their wisdom, their knowledge, their talents into this, whatever this is that you're trying to manifest. It would kind of be like quite literally having a baby without, just blindly, like not doing any research, not seeing a doctor, not having any kind of like, not going to Lamaze, any of those things where it's like, you're just like, okay, I'm pregnant and I'm just going to give birth. And I'm not going to pay attention to anything else outside of me. I'm just going to do this. Not saying that it can't be done, but it would definitely be much more challenging to do it that way. So it's kind of like this perspective that comes in for you. Is going to make the birthing process a little bit easier. Is going to make you feel like you're fully supported, like the people come in that need to come in to assist you. And you just need to be open to it and understand that it's not going to be all done your way. Like, you have to compromise on how you do it so that you're incorporating the wisdom, the insights, the creativity of others. That's going to be really, really important. And if you can do that, there's going to be a tremendous amount of just contentment and joy that comes through this process. So I'll tell you, I'm listening to these words as much as I'm saying them, right? Because this is important for me as well as a 4, and I feel this energy very, very strongly. And I'm very excited about it. This energy feels really big. This feels sort of collectively big, like bigger than us, right? Like bigger than the individual. So, a lot of times with 4s, we're meant to build some sort of legacy in this lifetime. And that can take a lifetime to do. But this feels like that energy. This feels like legacy energy. And it's something that you are creating. Like, it's that Empress energy where it's like you're stepping into this, male or female, you're stepping into this, you're creating this, you're birthing this, whatever this is. And it is cosmically driven. Like, there is a divine intervention here. But in that partnership, you have to be open to who and what comes in for you at this time. It's through that openness and that willingness to sort of compromise where you can compromise that you're going to find the most level of enjoyment through the process, right? It's kind of like going back to the giving birth, right? Yeah, you could probably do it on your own, but it wouldn't be very comfortable. Whereas if you do it with the assistance of, like trained professionals or, people who can give you resources to make it much more comfortable, then it becomes more comfortable. So it's kind of like, how do you want to approach this? And I would say that you have all the resources available to you to do it in a way that's going to make it where it can be enjoyable and comfortable. So why not go that route? You still get the same outcome. It's just much more enjoyable. So really, really powerful energies this month. Fours definitely feels like very, very big energy, very busy energy. Like I see things being very hectic for us in November. But all working, not just busy to be busy, it's working towards something really, really big and aligned. So love it. I'm right there with you. Let's do this. I'm excited for this. I hope that November treats you well. And yeah, thanks for listening. I'll see y'all again soon. Bye for now.